Please sit. What a wonderful day. How wonderful to be here. Back to in-person graduations in the Brighton Centre in the sunshine. It's brilliant to be here. Distinguished guests, graduands, families and supporters, it gives me enormous pleasure as Vice-Chancellor to open this graduation ceremony. Today is a truly special occasion and a deeply joyful celebration. Graduands, this is very much your day. A day to celebrate your achievements and to reflect on an important phase of your life and your journey that is coming to an end, but in doing so, to look forward to what lies ahead. Given the past 2 years, that's been a really challenging journey, but you made it. You're here. I would like us all to reflect and acknowledge the many impacts of the pandemic, which continues to impact life. Not just on your families and friends and on your experience, but also on my amazing colleagues in the university who have been there to support you during your time. But graduates, this is a time to look to the future. Graduations are always the high point of the academic year, bringing together the whole university community of academics and professional service colleagues with your families and supporters to celebrate you. Now, graduates, you know how hard you've worked to get to this point. You also know how hard we've challenged you to get to this point. And today marks the culmination of those efforts. As each of you crosses the stage, you become a graduate of the University of Brighton. And as you do so, I hope you will feel as proud of us as we do of every single one of you. Over the course of this week's graduation ceremonies, we will celebrate graduates aged 19 to 74 from 86 countries across the globe. The university is proud of the diversity of nationalities and backgrounds that make up our institution, and long may it remain so. Now, graduates, while you are undoubtedly the stars of the show, there are with us also some incredibly important people. So, on behalf of the university, I would like to thank your families, your friends and your supporters who have been there for you in so many ways while you have been with us. Here on the stage and in the auditorium and behind the scenes are some of the hugely talented and dedicated academic and professional services staff of the university who have played an important role in supporting you. So, job number 1. Graduates, please could you stand? Oh. This is your opportunity to express your thanks to your families and supporters and the staff of the university. And I know in you there is a pent-up Brighton roar. So, let's express your thanks. Okay, good warm up, good warm up. Now there's a Brighton roar in here, I know that. So, should we go again and really express yourselves? Off you go. Excellent, thank you. Please sit. If it is a matter of pride, you're definitely the best so far this week. So graduates, today marks a really significant personal milestone for each and every one of you as you celebrate with your families and friends. I also ask you to reflect on the fact that none of us ever stops learning. I hope you will carry what you've gained with us, the experience of learning, the experience of challenge, as you go forward into your career and wherever life takes you next. Today marks a beginning, not an end, and we look to you to realise your potential and to shape the future. You do so as a member of an alumni network from the university that provides you with a lifelong link to your fellow graduates and to our alumni of over 160,000 graduates who have gone before you. This is a global network. It provides advice, connections, support, a community of support that you can access. There will be alumni who are doing exactly what your ambition is to achieve. And our alumni are incredibly generous in connections and networks and contacts. Please use that alumni network. In years to come, people will look to you for your wisdom and support. So please contact the alumni team in the reception at the back. Make sure you get your alumni pin and give us your contact details so we can stay in touch with you, but you can tell us about your amazing journey. In the time you have studied with us, it would be, frankly, an underestimate to say the world has changed. And the role and value of universities is being questioned like never before. Our response is clear. Just look at our world-leading research, as recently illustrated in the Research Excellence Framework outcomes. Many of those world-leading researchers are here behind me on the stage. Look at our overwhelming positive economic and social impact, our crucial role in developing the professionals, the innovators, the leaders of the future. That's you. Graduates, all of you sitting here today are the very best possible response to any cynicism in society about the power of change that higher education brings. For as much as we are living in a world of uncertainty and challenge, it remains a world of possibility and opportunities. And in such a world, the ability to combine knowledge with practice, together with personal qualities such as resilience, adaptability, and creativity, are becoming even more important. And as Brighton graduates, I know you all have those capabilities. The university will continue to play its part by making sure that our research, our knowledge exchange, our community engagement, our partnerships, our teaching come together to create the conditions for students to develop the practical wisdom they need to thrive. Graduates, yours is the future. Use what you have learnt to make a positive impact. Use what you have learnt to help others. In doing so, I would encourage you to do 3 things. Keep learning. You will spend a life learning. Keep believing in yourselves because we passionately believe in you. And above all, stay curious. Curiosity opens doors. It opens opportunities. It creates new knowledge. Curiosity matters. Finally, I want to thank you for making the University of Brighton your university. You have all made a mark and contributed to us while you have been with us. You have built memories and friendships along the way that will last a lifetime. Carry those memories with you as you make your unique mark upon the future. Tell us of your journey. We are proud of you. So from all of us at the University of Brighton, congratulations. Now, we're about to start the awards. There are just a few instructions I need to provide you with. Now, I know you're dynamic, challenging, curious graduates of the University of Brighton, but just for the very last time, if I could ask you just to stay in the order we've seated you in. It works like a dream if you stick to those rules, just for one last time. Otherwise, it's horribly wrong behind the back. And as you cross the stage, and we handshake, fist pump, high five, hug. Had a double fist pump the other day, didn't know what that meant, but anyway. As you cross the stage, the big screen behind you will be full of you and not me, and that's great. The other thing you must know is that we're recording this, so in years to come you will be able to share your graduation moment with every friend and member of your family that you know. We are also live streaming because we know we have friends and families and supporters across the world who will be watching as this happens. So, friends, families, supporters, I have a job for you. I have this sense that in you is a deeply joyful celebration that is bursting to come out. There is a pent-up and excessive joy that you want to express as your graduate comes across the stage. Please, within the bounds of decency and the law, please feel free to express yourselves. This is a deeply joyful celebration. So, with all of that in mind, I will now ask the Dean of the School of Sport and Health Sciences, Dr. Angela Glynn, to start the presentation. Dr. Glynn.
Thank you. School of Sport and Health Sciences, degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Physical Education, Lewis Alley. Harry Barnes. Ryan Bennett. Isabel Blomfield. Molly Bradbury. Ellis Bradley. Naomi Bruce. Ryan Carey. Mia Cartney-Chand. Annie Rose Chalmers. Louise Childs. Jade Devereaux. Lucy Dowdy. Ayu Fabusiwa. Zoe Fairhall. Joseph Flatley. Francesca Formby. Kenzie Fowl. Ariane Francis. Izzy Freer. Megan French. Libby Frost. Max Harborough. Ellie Hazel. Neve Hoyt-Jones. Samuel Johnson. Victoria Jones. Harry Kendall. Ellie Grace Kiff. Hannah King. Ryan Lamin. Georgia Lennox. Archie Leaport. Thomas Locke. Annabelle Lyons. Abby Measures. Jordan Misen. Joseph Murdoch. Georgia Noble. Megan Norman. Sonny Palmer. Isabella Parcell. Charlie Pearson. Richard Purfield. Kieran Phillips. Samuel Price. Thomas Rutter. Lucy Sapsed. Osrini Shokliti. Emily Seymour. Lisa Smith. Oliver Sparing. Otis St. Clair. Leonard Stannard. Kieran Tingle. Somerville. Holly Wakeman. Kieran Weston. Sports Studies, Stevie Kasparis. Rubin Messam. Jonathan Rushant. Zoe Tarrant. Brooke Wilkinson. Sports Studies with Physical Education, Jonathan Tolan. Degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Acute Clinical Practice, Rose Asante. Clinical Practice, Acute Care, Rowena Fairlam. Clinical Practice, Cardiac Care, Stevenson Babia. Clinical Practice, Intensive Care, Michelle Pabistan. Christine Ivy Panida. Community Specialist Practice, Laura Hodder. Man Fen Pang. Lisa Vince. Exercise and Health Science, Christy Maskell. Taylor Pierce. Midwifery, Lucy Edwards. Lily Lawson. Alisa Saw. Nursing Adult, Emma Olfrey. Alistair Anthony. Liam Avis. Lorianne Borkham. Jasmine Breaks. Georgina Bine. Christopher Chan. Rebecca Clear. Lucia Costa. Julia Davis. Greg Emery. Lydia Friend. Amy Gray. Eva Guichard. Courtney Hartfield. Kristinelle Hurlier. Bethany Hinson. Lauren Huff. Sophie Hunt. Marley Ingham Gatterell. Juliet Eruthanathan. Francisca Iwuji. Jennifer Jupp. Marta Korniluk. Daphne Kepanj. Abarami Linge. Lisa Lochan. Jasmine McAndrew. Lydia McGrath. Olivia Mortimer. Ayesha Nabanja. Ilana Ophir. Lucy Puddyfoot. James Rackett. Victoria Schofield. Alexandra Shamesh. Emily Trim. Georgia Whiting. Nursing child, Ella Jackson. Selvi Ragan. Nutrition with Public Health, Heidi Brown. Sophie Davis. Stephanie Douglas. Rebecca Healy-White. Occupational Therapy, Oz Alves. Sarah Anderson. Molly Barnett. Claudia Brooker. Julia Coffey. Lucina Gabor. Also jointly awarded the Governor's Prize, Alice Granger. Claire Grimbley. Emma Johnson. Victoria Rennie. Sarah Roberts. Zara Schroeter. Sarah Scott. Paige Yarwood. Physiotherapy, Michael Adanji. Also jointly awarded the Governor's Prize, Amanda Baker. Andrei Balshianuk. Gemma Barber. Laura Barham. Molly Bartlett. Alka Ann Biju. Maisie Burks. Daniel Bonnet. Amelia Broom. Leah Brown. Isabel Carlo. Sarah Cawthorne. Zilun Chan. Freya Clempson. Jocelyn Collier. Jack Connolly. Emily Copeland Dynan. Justin Denning. Edward Downing. Lulu Duckworth. Chloe Dunn. Isabel Emery. Mia Emery. Dominic Emptage. Barbara Erdiye. Deborah Fatusin. Alexis Felton. Anna Folwell. Katie Gibbons. Jade Graham. Remy Grolier. Matthew Hardy. India Harper. Adam Heathcote. Oliver Hickey. Dimple Hirani. Emily Irvine. Antonia Joseph. David Kay. Amy Kimberley. Bonnie Lamb. Catherine Lee. Sasha McRae. Shona McMeekin. Laura Mitchell. Samuel Moore. Taylor Morris. Raymond Nolan.
Come on, Raymond!
Patrick Honorary. Minhad Rahman. David Rayner. Matthew Rogers. Louisa Castro. Sam Serafini. Thomas Scher. Joanna Smith. Nathan Southern.
Yes, Nathan!
Megan Stevens.
Yes, Megan!
Harriet Thompson.
Yes, Harriet!
Anna Turner.
Well done, Anna.
Brodie Watson.
Well done, Brodie.
Lewis Williams. Maud Winfield. Oliver Winstone. Bailey Wright. Podiatry. Natasha Bassett. Joshua Gardner. Olivia Giles. Nadine Goebel. Stamatina Gramu. Natasha Hart. Natalie Kitchener. Shi Pin Lim. Hannah Malik. Mara Mahir Mohammed. Jake Pass. Gunter Adrina. Joanne Yupp. That concludes the first part of the presentations for this ceremony.
Excuse me. So, learning. I now know what a low five is. Thank you very much. If that helps increase my street cred, I'm immensely grateful. Makes me stop looking like a wally when I don't know what to do. And Edward, you too, if you keep learning, can have a hat like mine, but you do need to keep learning and stay curious. So over to you. So let me take us now to an incredibly important part, another important part of the ceremony. We move now to the presentation of our honorary graduate. Now, this is the highest honour a university can bestow upon an individual, and we do it carefully and thoughtfully and very much looking to those for whom they are an extraordinary example to our society. So I will now invite Sarah Lambert, our Director of Student Services and Support, to present our honorary graduate, Hope Powell.
Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduands and graduates, families and friends, it is my honour to introduce Hope Powell. When the university... When the university considers awarding honorary degrees, it seeks individuals who have not only pushed the boundaries of their field for the benefit of society, but who also reflect the values that are important to us at Brighton: creativity, sustainability, partnership, and inclusion. Today we seek to honour such an individual. Now, many of you will know that 1966 was a great year for English football. It was a year we hosted and won the World Cup. But that wasn't the only significant thing to happen to English football that year, because just a few miles across the capital from Wembley Stadium, the scene of the first World Cup triumph, a girl called Hope Powell was born. As a child growing up in South London in the 1970s, Hope lived for football. She stayed out late with her brothers and friends, playing in parks, in the street, wherever there was enough room to kick a football. As a player in the 80s and 90s, a time when women's football was often kept firmly in the shadows, Hope played the part in raising standards and changing perceptions around the women's game. She won league titles and cups, as well as becoming a regular for England, winning the first of 66 international caps, aged only 16. Hope's determination to succeed and drive change, often in the face of considerable prejudice, was clear from an early age. She first made headlines aged just 10 when newspapers reported on the Football Association's decision to ban Hope from representing her school team beyond the age of 11. Her school tried to appeal the ban, not, Hope says, because they were particularly keen to promote gender equality, but simply because she was one of the best players on the field. With admirable savvy, Hope neatly sidestepped the ban, dummying the dinosaurs of the FA by signing up to play club football with Millwall Lionesses when her 11th birthday came around. Hope enjoyed a successful 20-year club career, playing in 4 Women's FA Cup finals and captained Croydon to a league and cup double in 1996. But it is her role as coach and player with England where she made the biggest difference. In 1998, aged just 31, Hope became the youngest person, as well as the first woman and the first black person to manage an England national team when she was appointed women's lead coach. Even in her early days, Hope had always had one eye on the future. She earned her first coaching badge at 19, and in 2003 was the first woman to be awarded the UEFA Pro licence, the game's highest coaching qualification. The same year, she became only the second woman to be inducted into the English Football Hall of Fame. During her time leading the Lionesses, Hope helped turn England's women from good to great, taking them to 2 World Cup quarter-finals and a European Championship final, but her influence extended beyond results on the pitch. As well as managing the English senior team, Hope oversaw the whole age group structure from under-15s to the under-23s, as well as coach mentoring schemes and the FA's National Player Development Centre at Loughborough University. In May 2009, her administration implemented central contracts, enabling England's elite players to focus on full-time training and playing without having to fit their football commitments around full-time employment. It is this commitment to the professionalisation of the women's game that has made such a lasting difference. In 2012, Hope was obviously the choice to coach Team GB at the London Olympics. And 5 years later, she took over the role at Brighton Hove Albion's women's team, establishing them as one of the country's top clubs, and last season led the Seagulls to the highest ever finish in the Women's Super League. It was wholly appropriate that Hope's contribution to sport and social change was recognised, first with an OBE, and then with a CBE. And she remains one of the most high-profile names and faces in women's football, respected by all those who love the beautiful game. Women's football in this country has changed immeasurably in just a few short years. We now have one of the best professional leagues in the world, prime-time broadcasts fronted by female pundits and presenters, plus growing commercial support and an ever-increasing grassroots infrastructure, enabling more and more women and girls to take up the sport. Girls today grow up dreaming of becoming the next Ellen White, Leah Williamson, or Lucy Bronze. I'll leave you with one final reflection before we hear from today's honorary graduate. When Hope turned out to play for Fulham in the 1989 Women's FA Cup final at Old Trafford, that game was watched by 914 spectators. When England's Lionesses turned out to play their opening match of the European Championship at the same venue earlier this month, they were roared to victory by a crowd of 68,781. With another 4 million people watching live on BBC One. However, 2 days ago, 14 million people watched England's convincing defeat of Sweden to book their place in Sunday's final at Wembley. Few people deserve more credit for that incredible transformation than Hope Powell. Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduands and graduates, families and friends, in recognition of her major contribution to women's football and sport in the UK, it is my honour to present Hope Powell for the honorary degree of Doctor of Science of the University of Brighton. I now have pleasure in asking Hope to address the audience.
Woo! Thank you. I don't know what to say. Thank you for those very kind words. Got a little something to say. I won't be too long. Firstly, good morning to everybody, Vice-Chancellor, fellow graduands, ladies and gentlemen. I must say for me it's a privilege and a great honour to receive this accolade, this very prestigious accolade from Brighton University today. I am sincerely grateful, certainly for those who have made the decision to honour me, and of course women's football in this way. Obviously without women's football I wouldn't be standing here today. I must say, little did I appreciate at the age of 11 I would have the privilege of working full-time in the world of women's football. 20 years ago, this would have only been a pipe dream for me. Then at the age of 16, I was fortunate enough to represent my country, as mentioned, 66 times, and then go on to manage the England team. At the age of 31, I managed England for 15 years. And today I'm honoured to manage Brighton and Hove Albion women's football team, which I hope to see you all at our games next season. That would be great. Thank you. I've been fortunate enough to witness and been part of a huge advances in the women's game. It has progressed from a sport not readily available to young girls to the #1 female participation sport in this country. From a game where I had to pay to play, to a game where players are now paid a good wage and have professional contracts. 20, 30 years ago, that was unheard of. Thank you. I now witness young girls wearing the name of Mead on their back, white on their back, bronze on their back. A game that was never televised, to a game that has broken viewing figures for women's football, as just been mentioned. A game where few showed up to watch, was just mentioned, to where attendances have equalled and rivalled the men's game. Equalled and rivalled, I must say. And I think certainly we've seen that in the Euros. The attendance figures and viewing figures have smashed all previous records in this country. And I would urge you, if you haven't watched women's football, there is a huge final, as mentioned on Sunday, that will be watched by millions all over the world. An England-Germany final. What everybody would have wished for, I'm sure. I've also witnessed on my personal journey the importance of having the courage of your own convictions and the convictions to follow them through. My message to my fellow graduates, don't be afraid to set yourself goals and have the desire, belief and will to follow them through. Any setback is merely a setup for a comeback. And in the words of Adidas, impossible is nothing. And I stand here as testament of that today. It would be remiss of me not to acknowledge and say thank you to those who have been part of my remarkable journey. I have to thank the FA, the great colleagues I worked with over the years, to my guide and mentor, Alan May, who sits somewhere amongst you, my family, my friends, my partner, all who sit amongst you today, a massive thank you to you. Without your support and love and care, I wouldn't be here today. Finally, I would like to congratulate all the graduates here today. Be brave enough to aim high. Be brave enough to make it meaningful and worthwhile. I would say absolutely 100% live your dreams. Live your dreams. And finally, I just want to wish you all the luck in your future endeavours, and again wish to thank Brighton University for bestowing upon me this honorary doctorate. Thank you very much. Come and support Brighton ladies this season. Thank you very much.
I'm very tempted to ask who's going to be watching, who's going to be cheering on Sunday. Anybody? And please don't forget, there is an amazing team in Brighton and Hove. Let's be there for the Seagulls next season. Hope, you are such an inspiration. Thank you. I will now ask Dr. Glynn to continue the presentation of awards. They always tell me pad for a bit while we bring people in the order around. As you can see, yet again, more learning is possible here. And next time I promise the team I will do better. And I'll pad. Right.
Give them time to get their breath back.
Yes, I know. But I could do better, couldn't I?
Degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Professional Practice, Norma Balicha. Ramona Stevens. Public Health, Madeleine Alt. Emily Banks. Emma Durham. Danielle Elms. Rachel Elphick. Julia Hamilton. Nangela Macaro. Eloise Pilbeam. Crystal Alice Sinden. Candice Hilary Chudy. Tracy Tremlett. Specialist Community Public Health Nursing, Katie Riggs. Tracy Whittam. Sport and Exercise Science, Sean Addo-Ferrati. Jodie Barker. Joe Bartlett-Ver. Finlay Beaton. Harry Brooks. Jez Brooks. Annabelle Bryan. Paris Bryan. Thomas Clark. Samuel Cotton. Ben Croucher. Lucy Delavora. Shelby Fairman. Rebecca Fenner. Shannon Ganesh. Oliver Giorgio. Jack Gray. Ella Grindon. Ellie Hanley. Sarah Hawkins. Georgia Holland. Frederick Isherwood. Tyler Jones. Festos Kamara. Gabriella McCabe. Connor Morley. Harry Mounter. Charlie Neal. Ashley Anzello. Marcus Popple. Janakan Pabakaran. Ava Robotham. Connor Ryan. Maya Smith. Thomas Smith. Emma Starmore Smith. Nathaniel Stratton. Jacob Worley. Thomas Wells. Grace Young. Sport and Exercise Science with Physical Education, Dominic Buglass. Daniel Wheeler. Sport Business Management, Benjamin Clark. Alessandro De Pasquale. Max Duff. Hannah Fodden. Harry Fosker. Cameron Frame. Aryan Gupta. Heyman Heatree. Isaac Horwood. Ismail Jafar. Luke Jones. Joseph Kay. Luyilo Mafu. Daniel Norton. Moira O'Leary. Hikari Okamoto. George Sockie. Zach Wilson. Sport Coaching, Jack Dillon. Leah Foster. Harry Higgins. Harry Lewis. Isabel Lush. Josh Pepper. Amy Shukru Bishop. Morgan West. Foundation degree in Science, Health and Social Care Practice, Nursing Associate, Tracy Adair. Crystal Adams. Nancy Balestrini. Claire Barrett. Alison Bebb. Elma Kabuyo. Jane Castle. Lauren Cordier. Natasha Crowhurst. Mia Ebden. Chloe Gale. Corinne Ginestri. Rachel Gill. Kirsty Harding. Zena Hitchings. Shannon Howard. Amber Jordan. Natasha Kendall. Pamela Kindlysides. Eloise Knight. Rachel MacLeod. Alice Matthews. Mabilin Mika. Mia Needham. Larissa Radeva. Emma Sandel. Brittany Shell. Joanne Schooley. Jessica Scott. Emily Seabrook. Chelsea Shaw. Emma Smith. Emma Smith. Claire Snow. Wendy Stallwood. Bethany Suter. Louise Thompson. Candice Toppin. Karen Vardy. Laura Villimate. Gail Welfare. Jessica Weller. That concludes the presentations for the School of Sport and Health Sciences for this ceremony. I now call upon Professor Stephen Dudderidge, Registrar and Secretary of the University of Brighton, to make the presentations for the partner colleges.
East Sussex College Group, degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Designer Maker, Rachel Barnard. Rosemary Holcomb. Also, jointly awarded the ESCG Principals Prize for Outstanding Achievement, Susan Jones. Christine Lane. Maureen Mia. Hilary Turner. Digital Media Design, Errol Aiken. Patrick Ashworth. Sophie Bosson. Samuel Boswell. Emily Quanstrom. Early Years Care and Education, Alexandra Chamachan. Also jointly awarded the ESCG Principals Prize for Outstanding Achievement, Katie Fenner. Jodie Hicks. Claire Phillips. Charlotte Ringer. Danielle Tomlin. Jessica Webb. Fine Art Practice, Giovanni Masola. Yitka Scargill. Music Production and Creative Recording, Stevie Borum. Also jointly awarded the ESCG Principals Prize for Outstanding Achievement, Billy Foster. James Gearing. Ben Holloway. Josie Leserve. Edward Stubbs. Visual Communication Graphic Design, Millie Compton. Visual Communication Illustration, Jennifer Gill. Declan McNaught. Visual Communication Photography, Finine Carhill. Pierre Goddard. Jessica Loom. Violet Sivia. Degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Business, Yusuf Al-Kazaz. John Hammond. Joanne Richardson. Computing and Systems Development, Matthew Beals. David Hodgetts. Joe Lissamore. Jamie Shorey. Toby Reeford. Engineering, Mechanical and Manufacturing, Marilyn Ward. Health and Social Care Management, Diana Garcia Diaz. Also jointly awarded the ESCG Principals Prize for Outstanding Achievement, Katie Jackson. Penelope King. Irina Gabriela Netchifor. Zakia Rai. Chloe Sage. Ochiwi Tika. Rossijane Akuram Triggs. Louisa Violet. Rebecca Wright. Person-Centered Counselling, Caroline Hobson. Samantha Ireland. Amy Mines. Foundation degree in Arts, Digital Media Design, Fraser Jones. Foundation degree in Science, Complementary Healthcare, Siobhan Grennan. Wendy Moore. Also jointly awarded the ESCG Principals Prize for Outstanding Achievement, Lottie Morphew Hedges. Anne-Marie Pearson. Juliet Spencer. Person-centered counselling, Ursula Taylor. Julie Biggs. Diane Burnett. Claire Canton. Chrissy Clay. Shanice Comberberry. Samantha Malcolm. Donna O'Neill. Luke Oliver. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Animation, Art and Practice, Riccardo Giorgi. School of Sport and Health Sciences, degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Nursing, Adult, Fatim Nicolare. Vice-Chancellor, that concludes the presentations for this ceremony.
Thank you. So, message from Hope Powell, our honorary grad. Live your dreams, remember that. Watching the seagulls next year. Remember that. And there's a game on Sunday we all need to be rooting for, okay? It now falls to me to close the ceremony. And in doing so, I'd like to draw upon the words of the late, great Professor Sir Stephen Hawking. Sir Stephen reminded us all to look up at the stars and not down at our feet, to try and make sense of what you see and wonder what makes the universe exist, to be curious. And however difficult life seems, there will always be something you can do and make a success of. Now, I know that to be completely true because you are Brighton graduates. And you all have the ability, the drive, the tenacity, the creativity to be a success as you define it. Please keep telling us about your journey. We are always here to be with you. Remember the Alumni Network. So on behalf of us all, I would like to congratulate you on your achievements and invite you to a celebratory drink. Yes, it's free. Even better. But before we do that, that will be the reception is in the Hewitson Hall, which is immediately behind this auditorium. I'll ask you to stand while the platform party leads. And we will leave the auditorium to a tune from another great Brighton alumnus, which I suspect you'll recognise once it starts. So may I ask you to rise, please?